Hi friends, it's Jennifer Gillette. Welcome to my home. So excited today to have you join me to talk to you today about something that I'm super passionate about. We're going to be talking about how to create a simple budget. So before we get started, first and foremost, I want to let you know that I am not a financial expert, financial guru. I am just a regular person who wants to have a good grasp on our family's finances so I can create a good future for us. So what I'm going to share with you today are just some things that I've learned during my research of how to manage my finances well that have really helped me, and I hope they help your family the way they help mine. So I'm going to go over 3 steps in creating a simple budget. The first step is you're going to want to write down your income from all sources, and this is your take-home income. So for example, let's say you make $30,000 a year. You're not going to divide that by 12 and say that's your income. You want to figure out your take-home income. So after any taxes are taken out, after any automatic drafts that come out, like we have health insurance and 401k and different things come out of our checks with the amount of money that you actually get in your bank account. This is what you want to write down for the income from all sources. Now, it could get tricky if you're like our family and you've got income from a couple of different sources, and some of that's not consistent. That might be like self-employment income, but do your best. Look over a couple of past taxes. If you had a big change in your family's income, which is actually what led us to learning this process, is we had a huge change in our family's income, and we had to learn to live on a lot less than we were accustomed to. So this is where I got super diligent about our family's finances. So once you have incomes listed from all sources, the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to write 3 columns on a sheet of paper. Column number 1 is going to say wants, and in that same column it'll say wants / lifestyle. So these are all the things that you want to spend money on. These are the things that you like spending your money on. So this is going to be 30% of your take-home pay. It's going to be your wants / lifestyle. And the second category, you're going to write needs. And this is going to be 50. So write 50% of your take-home pay. And then in the third column, you're going to write 20. And this is for 3 categories. This is for saving, giving, and investing. And the reason I'm calling this the simple budget is because how simple is that? You have 3 categories. I firmly believe that a confused mind does nothing. Especially for women, when you give us too many options, we get overwhelmed and we just I'm not making a choice. I'm a pretty decisive woman. I can make a pretty quick decision. But if you give me too many choices, I just so make it simple. Give me 3 options. So your money is it's an emotional issue, but it's not as complicated as we make it. Because really there's only 4 things you can do with money. You can spend it, you can save it, you can give it, or you can invest it. That's it. Money is just a tool. So when we learn to take our emotions out of this and we use our logical brain and we look at these 3 categories, it makes the process not easy, but simple. Okay? So you've got your income from all sources, you have your take-home monthly pay, then you have your 3 columns, your lifestyle column, which is 30%, your needs column, which is 50%, and your saving / giving / investing, which is 20%. You have those 3 columns. Now the next thing, step 3 and final step, well, there's actually one more when you fill in the columns, but the third step for this video is you are going to, this is the hardest step. You're going to really have to look at your spending. And how we did this is in August of 2018, I purchased Quicken, and this is kind of when I found this 50-30-20 split by, I'm not sure if I gave her credit yet, Senator Elizabeth Warren is where I found this through just like a Google search. this system, I mean, it's changed our lives. So I found this, and then I started writing it out on paper, which is how I've always done our budget, through paper. I at that same time found Quicken, downloaded Quicken, and that just changed our life because I could see how much we were spending on categories, and it helped make things make more sense. So once you have all this written out, the next step is figuring out your wants versus your needs. And this is tough. This is really hard. And I've always been the person in our family that manages the finances, and I had to call for help. I had to get my husband on board, and I said, Mike, I need your help. I can't figure out, like, I had originally, like, under the housing category, I had things like pest control, things like our home security system, and like pool maintenance, lawn care. I had all of that under our home budget. And so we were above the 50%. So I was like, how can I make this work? Like, I was thinking lifestyle things would be like traveling and, getting my nails done and that kind of thing. And I was like, we're over budget. Like, how do we do this? And so that's when we made the decision that really the only wants that are the only needs, that we have is we need to pay our mortgage. We need to pay our utilities. So we got to keep the lights on, keep the water going, keep the heat on, right? And we need to have food. Those are really, for us, the only things we need to spend money on. Everything else that we're not either saving or giving or investing would fall under the lifestyle. So for example, things like our pest control service, things like our home security system, things like our cell phones, those were all, for us, we consider luxury/lifestyle purchases, which makes it easier when you need to cut things out of your budget to know what to cut. Because when you tell yourself, I need to have whatever, cable television, that's part of my home budget, then you feel like you can't separate it because, like, that's your home. You can't take it away. But when you have them under that category, you can easily cut them out. And I cut out a ton of subscription type services that, weren't really adding value to our lives. So separating your wants from needs, it might take some time, but be patient with yourself. I promise you, if you work on this, we've been working on this since April of 2018. It's now March of 2019, and this has really changed our lives. So I hope this helps. I'll be making I'll be making a video tomorrow on sinking funds. So if you're interested in learning more about that, check the comments below and I'll link the video. Have a good day.